I know that some of you may not like to hear this, but we're still in the month of January. Wow, yes, it's almost over. The other day I thought it was flying, like it was just flying, and I don't know what happened. Yes, we're still in the month of January. It's Tuesday, January the 30th. Good morning to you and yours. This is THG News Today with Mervyn Hanley. But we must be careful what we wish for, because after January is over, before you know it, it's Christmas again, and then it's a new year. And some of us, we would have made plans, and those plans, we weren't able to achieve our goals because the time just went by just like that. But that's no excuse. We still have ample time to accomplish our goals for the year 2024. Yeah? So let us hear from Carl & Sons, and we will be right back with THG News Today, right here with Mervyn Hanley on THG Network.
Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years, and the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you.
We begin this morning with news out of St. Lucia. St. Lucia recorded 3 COVID deaths. You know how long I haven't heard something like that? But in St. Lucia, they have recorded 3 COVID-19 deaths during the period January 15th through January 25th, prompting hospitals to go on the alert. The disclosure came in a Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs statement on Monday. In the statement, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sharon Belmar-George noted increased hospitalizations and deaths due to COVID-19 in the last 14 days. She also noted increased people presenting with flu-like illnesses at emergency departments, wellness centers, and private doctors' offices. This is due to a new COVID-19 variant. The Chief Medical Officer encourages folks who suffer from chronic health conditions, you're strongly advised to wear face masks when in public. So here we go again. I know that we pretend now that COVID doesn't exist, but it is still out there. And so we must always, or try to remember. I know that we just take it for granted now, right? We don't wear masks. We don't do all of that. Yes, we keep washing our hands. Please, sanitize. But I know that many of us, we're guilty of not wearing any mask no longer. But St. Lucia, 3 deaths within 2-week period. Just be careful out there. Anguilla has launched the Stop the Guns campaign to addressing rising gun violence. The governor, the government, and the Royal Anguilla Police Force initiated this effort in response to increased gun-related crime. A 2-week amnesty period from January 29th to February the 11th, 2024, allows citizens to voluntarily surrender unlawful firearms and ammunition. This initiative aims to eliminate these weapons from circulation without prosecution, as per the gun amnesty law signed by the governor. During the amnesty, a secure collection box is available 24/7 at the Valley Police Station for confidential weapon and ammunition submissions. Post-amnesty, starting February 12th, strict legal consequences will be imposed on those possessing illegal firearms or ammunition. So if you're in Anguilla and you have firearms in your yard, please just go and give up the illegal guns. Let's get them off the streets. All right? No questions asked. At least that's what they say, and I hope, and of course, it's gun amnesty, so they're going by that. It's law, so they can't do you anything. You just go and get those guns off the streets. Again, no question asked, and this goes until February the 11th, okay? Because after that, after February the 11th, they're not playing with you. They're not joking with you. All right? Okay. And finally, in our news this morning out of the British Virgin Islands, the government of the British Virgin Islands is set to acquire funds and assets totaling over $1 million from dormant accounts held at 3 local banks, CIBC First Caribbean International Bank and the Banco Popular. The bank's notices of the impending transfers were published in recent issues of the Gazette as required by guiding legislation. This transfer of dormant account balances to the government is being facilitated under the Virgin Islands Dormant Accounts Act 2011. According to the Act, bank accounts are classified as dormant after 7 years of inactivity for accounts such as deposits, savings, share purchases, and checking accounts, and 15 years for travelers' checks. The banks recently published notices including account holders' names, last known addresses, and account balances for funds to be transferred to the government's Dormant Accounts Fund. Account holders have 3 months from the date of the notice to claim their funds by contacting the respective bank and providing proof of ownership. After the transfer takes place, original account holders can still reclaim their money by submitting a written claim and relevant documentation to their bank. The bank will notify the financial secretary, who will authorize the accountant general to return the transferred amount plus any accrued interest within 2 weeks of being notified. So that's happening in the BVI, where the government is about to get, just like that, easy money, which is fine. It will go back to the community and pay something, pay civil servants perhaps. Okay? And with that, we've just concluded THG News today for today, Tuesday, 30th January. We'll be back with you on Wednesday morning for a similar presentation. THG News today, thank you to the kind sponsors. That's Carl & Sons on St. Martin. They're always logged on to THG Network, THG News today. Those on the Pondvale on St. Martin and those in Colby. Speaking of St. Martin, have you guys sorted out your election mess as yet? I call it an election mess, because that is what it is, and hopefully they get that resolved, because it doesn't matter who you support. At the end of the day, we all love St. Martin, so we want the best for St. Martin. And we want the future of St. Martin to be bright and not with chaos and confusion and back to the polls. Even though maybe your candidate your favorite politician did not make it to office. Everybody wants the same for St. Martin. So hopefully this 2x4 government, or the 4 political parties on the island with 2 seats each, that you guys are serious and are making headway into forming the next government. Now, this should be formed by, I think, by mid-February, February 10th or somewhere around there. So we shall see what happens. But we wish the best for this new incoming administration, that they will take St. Martin forward. That's our news. Thank you for joining me this morning. Have a blessed day.